Since I have been called upon to give the introductory remarks, and today's theme is think, eat, save, reduce your footprint. Not footprint, but footprint. So it's a rather difficult topic because we talk about the air, we talk about water, we talk about ozone layers, we talk about heat, but very rarely we talk about food. So it's something that we have to think about, because the world experts have felt that this year we should contribute to reduction in food loss and somehow to distribute to the needy and hungry, because on the one side we have progressed enormously worldwide, on the one side there are still people who are going without a morsel of food. So keeping that in mind, I thought I'd just say a few things because it's only an introduction. Where the food production outstrips demand, yet 870 million people are undernourished and children stunting in a silent pandemic. To create the future we must correct this inequity. We must ensure access to adequate nutrition for all, double the productivity of smallholder farmers who grow the bulk food in the developing world, and make food systems sustainable in the face of environmental and economic shocks. This is the vision of Zero Hunger Challenge launched last year at the Rio +20 UN Conference on Sustainable Development. So basically that is the theme, and we have to try to understand it's a very serious topic that you'll have to make a match between wastage, availability and distribution to the needy and the poor. One way to narrow the hunger gap and improve the well-being of the most vulnerable is to address the massive loss and waste inherent in today's food systems. Currently, at least 1/3 of all the food produced fails to make it from farm to table. Foremost an affront to the hungry, but it also represents a massive environmental cost in terms of energy, land and water. In developing countries, pests, inadequate storage facilities and insufficient supply chains are major contributors to food loss. Those who grow for export are also often at the mercy of over-stringent expectations of buyers who place a premium on cosmetic perfection. In developed nations, food thrown away by households and the retail and catering industries rots in landfills, releasing significant quantities of methane, a powerful greenhouse gas. Food loss and waste is something we can all address. That is why the United Nations Environmental Programme, the UN Food and Agricultural Organization, and public and private sector partners have launched this particular theme, Think, Eat, Save, Reduce Your Footprint campaign to raise global awareness and showcase solutions relevant to developed and developing nations alike. On this World Environment Day, I urge all the actors in the global food chain to take relevant responsibility for environmentally sustainable and socially equitable food systems. The current global population of 7 million is expected to grow to 9 billion by 2050. 7 billion to 9 billion. But the number of the hungry people need not increase. By reducing food wastage, we can save money and resources, minimize environmental impacts, and most importantly, move towards a world where everyone has enough to eat. Keeping these factors in mind, there are 7 useful methods for preventing food wastage in India. 1. Control of weeds and harmful insects in fields to increase yields of food grains, fruits and vegetables. 2. Proper storage of food grains, cereals and fruits and vegetables. Protect them from damage due to abiotic factors like temperature and humidity, and biotic factors like rodents, birds, insects and microbes. To keep in mind the nutritive value and the comparative cost of food articles in mind while buying them. To buy only that quantity of food which can either be consumed or kept safely at home. 5. Not to waste food at social and religious functions. 6. To avoid excessive refining and processing of food. And finally 7. To avoid undesirable cooking practices like A. Fruits and vegetables should not be washed after cutting or peeling, as this may lead to washing away many water-soluble vitamins. B. Food should not be cooked in open pans. C. Pressure cooker should be used for cooking. D. Excessive use of baking soda should be avoided, as it destroys vitamin C and vitamin B complex. Repeated washing of pulses also should be avoided. Now these are seven very basic important things which we can practice in our country, and I hope today these whatever factors have been brought to your notice will be borne in mind, taken back, and each one of them put it to practice. Because finally, when we eat and waste food like this, there are many others who starve. With these words, I will close my introductory remarks. Thank you.